Hi everyone, it's Jess, and today I'm actually doing a game review, and today I'm going to be reviewing a game called the Moon Sliver, which is a game that just came out today, which is May the 3rd, and it was developed by the same person who developed Fingerbones, which is a game that I played on this channel as well. And it's another sort of eerie exploration game, kind of like Fingerbones, but maybe not quite as creepy or scary. So basically in the Moon Sliver you find yourself on a deserted island in what seems to be a post-apocalyptic world, and as you explore the island and interact with the environment you begin to uncover this story of a small group of people who lived there not too long ago. So in this game you can move around using your normal WSAD controls, and you interact with objects by left clicking. Right-clicking on the mouse will actually turn on your flashlight, which will definitely help you when you explore some of the darker areas and find objects in darker areas. But you do have to be careful because your flashlight will run out of batteries unless you go and charge it at an electrical outlet that looks like this. I didn't really know what it was until I sort of figured it out. So that's where you charge your flashlights. So let's get into the actual review of the game. I'm just going to sort of stick to what I liked and what I didn't like, and just like an overall yay or nay of the game for this. Might change in future reviews if I do future reviews. So, what did I like about the game? Quite a lot actually, but what definitely stood out the most was the atmosphere of the game. Just like with Fingerbones, the atmosphere was just spot on. The music and the sounds were very well done. I loved the music for this game. It was just really gorgeous. It really sort of made this hauntingly beautiful atmosphere that was definitely peaceful but a bit uneasy, I guess. Made you feel a bit uneasy. So the gameplay itself was pretty enjoyable, and I really did like the way that you, as the player, uncovered bits of information. You could simply walk through an area and that would prompt narrative segments to appear on the screen, while other pieces of the story you had to interact with certain objects such as books or letters to get the narrative from them. And at the beginning of the game you received an instruction to head to the mountain when night falls, and as you're uncovering more and more of these narratives and story pieces you will see the sky darkening, and that sort of goes along with how much of the story you uncovered, I think. So, without spoiling the actual plot itself, I do have to say that I enjoyed the Fingerbones storyline a bit more. It just felt a bit more real to me. That could just be personal preference, but that's just my opinion. While Moon Sliver is definitely not a fantasy story at all by any means, the storyline is definitely a bit more fantastical than Fingerbones, mainly because there are these sort of quasi-religious elements to the story. The storyline itself was still something I definitely enjoyed about this game, and the overall direction of the story was intriguing, to say the least, I guess. To me, some of the elements of the story were a bit reminiscent of the TV show Lost, if that helps to pique your interest at all. So, moving on to what I didn't like about the game, and the difficult part about reviews, I guess. This is going to come off as pretty nitpicky, I guess, but it's the only thing that I definitely would have wanted to see changed about this game. And that is the exit button, and it was pretty much the exact same thing with Fingerbones, but whenever you open up your menu, there is a button that says exit, and that button will close the game if you click it. Except whenever I open the menu, every single time I had to remind myself not to click that button, because it's not going to exit the menu, it's going to exit the game. Just so you know, to exit the menu you have to press escape. And eventually I obviously slipped up and clicked exit like halfway through the game, which made me have to start all the way from the beginning again, which could have interrupted like the feel that I got from the story, so that's something as well. And I know that's my own stupidity. It says it right at the beginning of the game. It says this is what this button's going to do, but honestly all I would have needed was for that button to say exit game, and then my brain would have remembered that that button will exit the game, and it's not something that I want. So, like I said, I'm just sort of nitpicking, but that was really the only problem that I had with this game. So, overall, is this game worth the $1.50 that I paid for it? Definitely. It was an enjoyable experience, and even though it might not have much repeat playability, I guess, Like, I'm definitely not going to go back and play it again, probably. But the Moon Sliver definitely earned at least $1.50 in the 40 minutes it took for me to complete it. I really do suggest for you guys to check it out. Again, all the information is going to be below. And if you do have a gaming channel here on YouTube, you may be able to get yourself a free copy. All the information is going to be on David's website. You guys can check that out for yourself. But basically, yeah, overall, I think this was a great game, and you guys should definitely check this out. I had a fun time playing it. And so that's about it for this review. I hope you guys liked this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you want to see more reviews. This is something new that I'm playing around with. Feedback is welcome. Still not really sure on the formatting that I want to do for these things, so, you know, I might play around with that a bit. But that's all for today, and we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!